This is a complete beginner's guide for Anno 117, and I'm doing this because this game, first of all, it's so good, but it can be quite overwhelming, especially if you haven't played any Anno games before. So I will show you how we get a good start, a good layout, and show some tips and pointers along the way. But before we get started, we are so close at hitting 4,000 subscribers on this channel. So if you want to join, take that axe and throw it at the subscribe button. And also, I have another video that should be out by now, which is 5 beginner tips and tricks. So if you want some more pointers, go back to my channel and check that out right after this video. But now, let's get started with a new game. And these are the two options that we get right now. We're gonna choose endless because we're not gonna do the campaign. And in the endless right now, we get to choose our governor. And we're gonna choose this Viking right here. We're gonna name him Norse. And then we get to choose the banner. And I have already unlocked this blue color and this. And you get this in the Hall of Fame, which I am talking about in the other video, so go and check that out and how we did unlock this. And then we're just going to continue. We're just going to do the normal settings here. We're not going to make it more advanced than what it is, and we're going to keep our governors as we have by default right here. And then here's the overview right here, and then we get the last selection, which is the province. And if you are a beginner, I highly recommend that you do Latium, because the islands on Albion is a lot smaller and you don't have that much space to build on. So let's load into Latium and set the sails. Alright, so we just loaded into our island here, and I have a couple of things that I need to show you before we get started, because here in the governor face up here, just press this, right? And then we see the Hall of Fame. So in the Latium tier, I did unlock this. This used to be in tier 1 right here, but they moved it here. I have this unlocked already. You probably haven't. This is the Woodland Rebirth, which means that you can place the logging or sawmills or woodcutters basically everywhere where you want. You probably can't do that. However, I'm just going to show you real quick, if you haven't already, by the way. Get this, you want to get this, and if you get it, I'm gonna show you a layout for how you should do it, and then I'm just gonna change it to how we're gonna do it, since I'm guessing if you're a beginner by watching this, you can't probably do that setup. Alright, so if you have the Woodland Rebirth, I suggest you doing something like this. That way we don't have houses close to the water. We have timber close to this storehouse that is literally right there. We don't have to build a warehouse to get the timber into the storage, which is going to be very good. I am, however, going to pretend that you don't have the Woodland Rebirth, right? So we're going to see if we can delete this. Just a quick part right here. You can see right here, we have built the road like this, because that way we can have the aqueduct coming through here eventually. So that is something we want to plan for the future. However, let's see if we can actually remove these. That's going to waste some money, but that's fine. Can actually just pause the game real quick. I am going to keep, however, these roads as they are. And now the first thing we're going to see if we can find here is the area where we have a lot of trees. And it doesn't have to be close to this now. Now we probably have to build a warehouse, which is fine. But I'm gonna choose this area over here. I'm gonna pretend this is good. This is going to be a good area for timber. And as you saw, that I placed down 4 of these. I don't think we can fit 4, but I'm guessing you will probably get around 100% right here. So I'm gonna place that down right there. And you see this circle around it. You don't want these to cross over. So I'm gonna build this one way up here, and then I'm gonna see if we can find another area around here somewhere. There we go. And you're gonna have to find your own way placing this, because you probably won't have the same island as me. But what you want to think about is, in this circle right here, you want to have as fewer roads as possible, right? So I'm gonna see if I can build a road straight out like this. Here's this circle right there. So, ooh, is that actually... Okay, we're gonna do the other way. You delete the road by pressing here and then just highlighting the road. And then you want this to go up straight like this. That way we can connect all of these. This one can just go straight out like so. And then from here, let's see where that circle is. I think we might have to go from here. Yes, look at that. Perfect. So that way, none of these roads are unnecessary in these circles. And we have a little woodcutter area right here. I don't like this, but since we don't have the woodland rebirth, this is what we gotta do. And another thing as well, now we are going to need these sawmills in this area as well. And I'm gonna place them down. If you press the wheel here on your mouse, you can turn these around. But I'm gonna place them up here. 1, 2, 3. If you have 3 logging camps, you want 3 sawmills. And then at the end right here, we're gonna go to this blue thing right here, which is the warehouse, and that will be plopped down right there. Now, the most important thing is that we need to connect this to the main path that is connected to this. So let's see if we can just pull this straight out like this and connect it up here. And let's see if we can connect this as well. So there we go. Now we can actually unpause the game because now we should be getting timber. And that is going to be crucial because timber is so needed all the time. And that's why we want to place down at least 3 of these. That's what I normally do at least. And now it's time for housing. And when you do housing or the residentials, I highly recommend that you do planning mode. Because that way you can build houses without having to interfere with this. So if I want to build like here and I don't like it, then we can just press on it and remove it. So now also we have to think that we have this area right here. So we want a road just to show us where we can't really go further. So let's go like this and then plop like this. That way this is the woodland area. We can't build in there. I might actually make a road around like this just to show that this is off the limits, right? So this house right here, not gonna happen. So let's try to delete that. Now, we are gonna plop down some houses. And it's very important that we just don't do like this. Because if we build our other buildings later, they need to have connections between. So I normally go for... Let's see if we should do... Yeah, I'm just going to do like this, I think. Oh, actually, we could do... Yeah. I normally do 4x2s, like you see right here. Or we do 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing this by just holding down the mouse while we are building. And then releasing the mouse, and there we go. So, do one more row like this. And then continue building up like this. You can, however, copy buildings. And you do that by... you can build a road around this. So if you do a road like this, or if you just hover over all these buildings and pressing, you get roads around like this. So if we want to copy this, we just go to the copy tab, get the road here in the corner, and then go around like this. And now we can actually select them and build them up like so. There we go. So now we have houses, but we need to build them. And yeah, we need to build them because we need workers to work here. So now let's get the arrow or the upgrade tab right here, and then we're just gonna do the same drag over all of these and build as many as possible. I'm gonna do like this, and there we go. Now we just unlock the first tab right here, which is gonna make us have some food for our citizens. And all these takes workers, as you can see right here. This is highlighted right now. We have 10, and the more buildings we build, like for example this right now, this is planning mode right now. So press the building and then press right here and we go out of planning mode. That just took 4 of our workers away. That means that we need to expand with more houses soon. The next thing we need to keep an eye on is this. You can see the balance right now is going down and we still only have about 16,000. We fixed that by feeding our citizens. So let's see if we can get the porridge here. And this is the porridge stand that we can place down here. And you can see the road, how that highlights up. And that's why it's important to build roads between houses like this. because otherwise we wouldn't be able to reach. You can see this is not reaching this area right here. If we place it here, you see that their path is not green all the way there. We don't have houses over here, so that's fine. But we're gonna plop that down. Ooh, I actually want, yeah, plop that down right here. But I do want a road to connect right over, like so. There we go. Still doing planning mode here. We want to build this, but before we do that, we need to get the oat farm because they can't make porridge without it. So the oat farms, I probably will build down here right now because right now we couldn't build the lumber production down here. So place this down like so, and then we get 80 of these small squares that we need to plop down. So let's go like this and like so, and probably just, yeah, I don't know, something like that. And now we fill all the 80. It's time to place the building, and you do that by just doing like this. Now we can finally get the porridge done, so let's get this upgraded as well. And we went down to 6 again. This should start making us some more money, and to get even more money we want to unlock the tavern and the market. But you can see right there, we need more citizens to live here. And how do we get more citizens? Well, we build more houses. So we have 3 timber right now. That's not a lot, but they're coming very soon. But we could get 3 more houses at least. 4 houses. There we go. And that is giving us 18. So soon we're getting there. And so let's see here if we can just get 2 more timber. Yep, there we go. Oh, they actually did moving. Good. So now, to make them even more happy, we need to place down these public services right here. So they cost some money, and they cost some timbers. That is why we want this to keep going as much as possible. But we can do some planning mode meanwhile, and I think houses will continue this way. So I am going to place down these, and as you can see, the arrows above these buildings, they are very happy that we're plopping this down. And this is why we do 4x2. As you can see, this actually fits right in here, reaching almost all buildings. So I might actually place that down here, because you're going to plop down many of these eventually. But when we go here, and hopefully, I'm not sure if that will actually reach, but we're going to place this down right next to this. This is the tavern. And then we're going to do some more planning with some more houses. So we're going to do another 4x2 going this way. And continue these like so all the way. Like so. And then you just get the roads around this, this, and this. Here I want a path like so. And here is another potential for another porridge like right here. Because this one that is here, yeah, as you can see, they're not really reaching down here. Yeah, they're not reaching up here. So it would be smart to put another porridge down here, which I will do because we will expand this way. And if we plop that down, we will need another oat farm. So let's see if we can place this down like so. I think we should be able to fill these. Yeah, perfect. I'm not going to build this now. We will have this in planning mode. And soon we should, yeah, now actually. Now we can get these upgraded. There we go. I'm soon going to start exploring here, but I don't want it to be too overwhelming. If you feel comfortable, get this ship out of here right now. We're not going to do it just yet because right now we need to focus on getting our families here, both a marketplace, tavern, and then some clothing and some nice looking hats. Because then when they have everything in tier 1, if you press here on the housing right here, if we have this and this, you can see this is filling up right now. This is filling their demand for this. Right now, they still have this demand. And if we don't keep them happy, they can actually abandon us. And we don't want them to abandon us just yet. So let's wait a bit with that. Now, however, we can upgrade some more houses. But we have 33 workers. So we don't want to overdo this right now. So I feel like it's going to be smarter to get the spinner. And this spinner is going to be placed somewhere where we can get to a lot of houses. So as you can see right here, I think that will be, yeah, we're not reaching those houses, and that could easily be because we don't have that road there. So we're gonna see if that actually helps. It might help. Let's see. Yeah, we're not reaching there, but that's gonna be fine. So then we might as well just place it up here. So we want to remove these houses by pressing the demolish tab. And we're going to have to remove 4 of these. Like so. Because this, as you can see, they take up a lot of room. So the clothing will be right here. And the funny hats, or the nice looking hats, they will be right next to this. And to get these hats, we need some sheep. And I think these sheep farms will be looking pretty good. Where should we place you? You know what? I'm just gonna place them down here. And this we can place right away. And as you can see, there's no road connection here, so it's very important that we get this connection like so. And there we go. So now we're getting sheep, and that way we can build this. And to get the clothing, we need the hemp farm. And they are same as the oat farms, which is going to be placed like this. And then we need to fill 60 slots. Let's see if we can do like this. A couple more. No, that looks just terrible. Let's go in here and demolish these like so. Let's go back here and try to... Oh, press the house. Press this little hemp field right here. And then do like this. There we go. I'm happy with that. Then we're going to place it like so. And now we can also unlock this. And you can see now, even though we didn't build more houses, we got more workforce because they become very happy. And more does move in here. And another thing as well, you can see there's no warehouse in range. Which means that if they're going to get the supplies they're selling, they need to reach this. Which we can't right now. So we're going to have to plop down this warehouse that we built over here. And we're going to build that right next to this. You can see this one is missing it as well. Plop this down like so. And that should make everyone very, very happy. So now we're just going to have to wait. We can actually... We don't need to build a road like this, but I'm just going to do it anyways. And if we just speed up the game by pressing here, you can see this dude is going here to get the supplies. And he's going to go back here. Place that into this, and now there's no goods missing. And if we take a look at the house here, all right, speed this up again. All right, anyone? No one is getting it. Well, they're gonna get that very soon, and they will be very happy. Now, to get a very good start here, we need to start exploring, and that is because soon, when we get to the next tier here, we're gonna get buildings, and we're gonna have to build those buildings. But if you look here, these are the only things that we have on this island. So there will be resources that we will need for the other houses that we cannot build on this island. That way we need to go to other islands and either start trading or set up another island so we can either find other governors and start trading with them. So right now we're still not making cash, so hopefully we can do that by... still pretty slow here. Well, we're gonna make this money back from these. So we just need to get the hemp farm and this going. We can actually get the porridge up and running here. And get the oat farm as well. Because that is how we make the money. Right now, it's still negative, but that will turn very soon. Meanwhile, if you have went into the Hall of Fame tab here, in the Latium tab, Tier 1. This should be your priority in Tier 1. This is Maripath, or whatever you call it. She have a discovery radius of 100%, and also some movement speed, and also favorite wind angles. So this is the girl. This is what you need. So I already have her, and you will find her in the trading post. And right here, you have all these governors that we have. You can see I have the Roma Material Pack. We haven't really used that yet. I might use it later. These are some perks that we will get from this Hall of Fame. The Roman pack is in tier 3 right here. I highly recommend that you get that as well. So we're not going to get that because we are beginners here and we technically don't have that, but we could potentially have this. So how do we get her into the ship? Well, we press on the ship, and right here we have a captain slot. If we're next to this, we can press here and press on her. And right there, she is right here. Wait, we actually, just by placing her in that ship, you can see right there, if you can rewind this video, and you can see that we started to see these islands just by placing her in there. That is just insane. Keep in mind that normally all the governors that we are like playing with are in this circle right here. So we're just gonna see if we can go here or in this square. And we're gonna see if we can find the third one. And let's go in here and see if we, well, this we don't know. This we don't need. Not this either. Let's see if we can press here. So I like to just do respectful greetings with these guys.
Come to me for anything.
Alright, so this is option that we have. Wish and wealth, we get the timber. You know what, we can actually buy as timber. 20 timber is going to be very helpful for us right now, so I'm going to take that. If you want to start making money as well, you can get more houses up here. More houses will have family spend more money. But look at this.
My name is Lisa.
Oh, there she is. That's the third one. Polite greeting.
Like the ones you see in the desert.
I don't think we can do, well, we can do trade, but we don't really have any ships for now. Well, we have ours, but we need this for exploring. And you do want to keep an eye on this because there are raiders around here. So I think the raiders are either in this corner or up here. I think they're down here on the map. So we can try to press here on the map down here and they will go there by themselves. However, we want to keep an eye on this. Now when we have this captain, this fleet should be a lot faster than whoever is trying to chase us. So keep that in mind, but still got to be very careful. And that is not our island, that is the AI. Alright, so we are back here again. And we can always go into this right here. And we can see by pressing here if there is something that we're missing. But right now we're doing very good. It looks like we are missing some tunics, but that is not the problem, I think.
Our scouts have sighted
now,
new land.
we can take us to the next tier by upgrading one of these houses. So here, by pressing on one of these houses, you can see there's an upgrade tab right here. However, you need to keep an eye on this as well. I'm going to upgrade this house right now, and we have 64 right here. If I press here, you can see that we have now 2 plebs workforces and 61 of the libertarians, or whatever you call them. And now we did unlock tier 2, which is going to give us some more stuff that we can get here soon. But just keep in mind, whenever you upgrade some of these buildings, we get less workforce from here.
Our scouts have sighted
right?
new land.
So to get this upgraded, as you can see, we need 100 plebs living here. We have 5 right now from upgrading this. Let's just go over here and see here if we can find our fleet.
Someone has to do it.
There she is. So if we just take the ship here, well, we did discover this island. If we hover over this island, we can see that we have resin, olive, grapes, and marble. That's all very good resources, actually. So this is why we do this. We need to discover more islands. So whenever we do want to expand, we know where to expand. So we have all these resources that we don't have in our island. Ideally, we want an island kind of next to us, just for purposes if we get attacked, because this is not really a very good. Well, we have iron deposit, that's pretty good. Grape, lavender is gonna be good. But yeah, now I want to start making some money. 5 is not cutting it for me, so we're gonna take this. We have a lot of trees right now, and get all these upgraded. Yes, as you can see right here, we're making a lot more money now because we have more citizens living here. And now we can also see that these guys we can upgrade to tier 2. And you might be asking, why can't we upgrade these right here? Well, because they just need the supplies to go up. Soon we will be able to as well. See the status 2, very good, and we are making money. Very good, very happy with this. So just gonna see here if we can go around like this. Alright, so for example now, Garum, we need this. And if you take a look at here, we are missing this fertility, which means that we can't give our folks here garum. That's going to be a problem. However, this we can't get because this is not, we don't need a fertility for this. So the bakery is very much needed, because right now if you take a look at this level 2 house that we just got, they have some other requirements and we need to fill this, otherwise they will be very unhappy with us. And another thing that did pop up now when we get the second tier is this, tiles. That means this is a new thing that we can get, and tiles is basically needed for basically everything. And whenever we build like tiles or any of these buildings that will come up here very soon, we need pleb workers. So we're gonna need a lot more houses being level 2. So let's see if we can get a couple of those upgraded. I'm gonna take these right here. And as you can see, this house that already is upgraded is not going to level 3 or whatnot. They just stay as it is. And there we go. Some more plebs. Now, let's take a look at our ship here. Just keep exploring. I'm just going to press on the map here. We're going to see if we can unlock as much of this map as possible. So just keep going that way. And let's head back in here, because we need tiles. So tiles, we are going to need the clay pit. And as you can see, all these are highlighted right now because this needs to be placed where they're running, where the water is running. So we're gonna place this. Actually, there's 3 right there. That's actually pretty good. Tiles is gonna be very needed. I might actually place down 2 of these. I'm gonna do planning mode and place 1 and 2 down. And then we're gonna need a road that connects like this, and then from this side, oh, actually go this way and then connect straight over like so, and like this. Now this warehouse won't reach all the way here, so we are going to, oh, actually, can we make the bridge look a lot more nicer by doing, let's try that again. Yes, that's what we like. And then we have this as well, and that is for the bakery. I'm gonna do planning mode. We need a grain mill. It's gonna be placed right there. Not sure if we do need a path across here, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And then this will just connect here and go down like, ooh. All right, never mind. Let's just go like this. All right. So we are gonna need a warehouse here, and I think we can plop that down somewhere around here. I think that will reach both of these. And for the tiles, we also need the tiler, and that way we need a charcoal burner. So the charcoal burner might actually need another warehouse for it, because this has to be planted inside the trees like this. So I might place this here, and I kind of want 2 of these. So I'm gonna get one way over here as well. Same as the lodging camps, we don't want to have too much road inside these lines. But this one's gonna go like this, and then this we just connect down like so. We are gonna need a warehouse over here as well. And that is kinda not good because there's one right here and one there as well. And warehouses cost money. But right now we're gonna need this. So actually we could place it. You know what? We're gonna wait for now. We're gonna wait. And we're just gonna see if we can get this upgraded. And as you can see right there, that is taking us some pleb workforces. Let's head over to our ship here and start sending that fleet way over here. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so it doesn't work. So let's see if we can press down here. Here's the ships. Press on the ship. And there we go. There it works. Now keep exploring with that fleet. And let's go back here and let's see here if we are getting any charcoal.
Everything is perfect for the governor's
Yep, there we go. Getting charcoal. Now they just have to be transported, and since they don't have a warehouse, we're gonna have to build this. And now they should be coming out here. Yep, there we go. So now we have a charcoal. Since we have charcoal, we can also start the clay pit. And since we have the clay pit, we also need the tiler. So can we fit 2 right here? No, we can't. I want to get 2 tilers for this. So I might place this down right here, 2 of them. 1 and 2. And the reason why is because this is taking, as you can see, process time 30 seconds to get this, but this is taking 1 minute. So if my math is right, I could be very wrong here, but then one of these should need 2 of those for the maximum amount of processed clay. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, you can see we're missing some of the plebs here. So it's time to upgrade some more houses. And one thing I did wrong the first time I played this was to build very big, so many houses. Don't do that. We have enough for now. We don't want to overdo it. It's better to have it like this and keep these families very happy. As you can see, there's still a lot of families living in this small area right here. All right, so now it's time to get.
The fire must be
Yeah, you're getting
kept
charcoal
burning at
soon.
all cost.
I might have to get the charcoal going. I guess we will see. But now there will be the other thing that we need to get these happy, which well, the level 2 happy, and which is the bread. We have the grain mill right here. So I say we get these fields around here somewhere too. So I'm gonna get this like so. This is taking 140. It's a big field. All right, let's go like this. Doing planning mode. We can't build this because we don't have tiles yet. All right, so let's get another clay pit up. Let's go into the tiles right here and get 2 more of these plopped in like so. Let's have them built as well. And it looks like we're gonna miss charcoal, so I'm gonna build this as well. And now we're missing workforce again. So let's see if we can get these upgraded.
Oh, Governor! Diana Augusta.
Well, there we go. We met another. I think that's the Emperor actually, and this is not. It's an NPC, but it's not another governor. Well, she kind of is, but here she's not. We can't declare war on her, and she can't declare war on us. We can basically just go here to trade, right? So you can see right here, she's selling tiles, she's selling timber, and she requests this, or basically everything. Here we can also buy different governors that we can put in our city. And I know there's another one of those cities down here somewhere, which we will find very soon. I'm just going to keep on going with this fleet for a bit longer. And now we actually have we need to produce 3 tiles. All right, let's go back here. Let's see. We have 1 tile now, so we can actually get this field up and running. And as you can see, we did unlock these.
You need a villa. Essential in demonstrating.
We need a villa too, yeah. So he's talking about the villa, which is this right here. This is our safety building. If this gets destroyed, we're screwed. Right now it's just this port right here. So we are kind of vulnerable. So we need to build this. But all of these takes tiles. We need a lot of tiles right now. So let's see here if you are able to reach a storehouse. I don't think they are, right? So we are unfortunately going to have to build a storehouse right here. Let's see if that works. Yep, that worked. Now they're actually coming here. So now we're getting some more charcoal, which is needed. And now we also unlocked some more buildings here. This is the military buildings. Not diving into that right now. We don't want to overwhelm things right now. And military, not necessary now. It's going to be later, but in the early stages, we don't even have to think about war right now. Just build up your city. So keep going back here to your fleet, especially now since we're going to get closer to the AI that is a bit more aggressive down here. We got to be very careful. But just keep going down there. And then we're just going to leave as soon as possible. We don't want her to die. Like, we don't want to lose her. So we got to be very careful. Alright, we're back again. What are you guys missing? Missing charcoal. But that will, now when we have 2, that will actually come around. I'm not too worried about that. And now we could get this as well. We have 4 tiles. And we will get a lot of tiles very soon. And now we're going to get the bread going. And the bakery is a fired hazard. So
build institutions to better deal with such incidents.
We want to build this near the level 2 houses, which is down here, right? And this is also gonna bring in money for us. But I'm gonna build this right there. Well, planning mode, and then I'm gonna connect this road down to this. We're not gonna build this just yet because we need what? Well, in this tab right here, we can see the city watch. Here is the fired hazard. We still need tiles for this. You can see the demand for tiles. and why we did this whole area with tile over here. And yeah, so this is fire safety. They're gonna take care of this area. We want one over here as well, so I'm gonna place you down there as well. Now back to the fleet. Hello, friend. And then I'm gonna send her this way because that is where the other AI is that we can actually start trading with, and we want to start trading going pretty soon with the AIs here. But there we go. We have 4 roof tiles right now. We can't get the bakery going, but I will prefer to get the city watch up first. So let's do that first. And now the fire hazard is going down a bit at least. Charcoal is a big fire hazard. And that is also this. Now, the first thing I want to get before we do anything is the Grammaticus. This is something you want to rush to get as soon as possible because that is going to unlock the knowledge tree. And we're going to dive into this very soon. But you can see right here, we have the Woodland Rebirth. This is what you get from the Hall of Fame. Like I said, I highly suggest you get this. It's gonna be a game changer, and I'm gonna show you the best perks here to choose as soon as we can get into that tree, but I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't want to overwhelm you guys because there is a lot of stuff going on in this game, especially here early on. Look at the whales here. That's pretty cool. Nice. All right, you can see here there's a red little dot right there. That means that we have the NPC that is pretty aggressive here, so we don't want to fight him just yet. But we did, as you can see, discover a large area of this map. Very good to see. Nice. Ooh. Here he comes.
If you are truly my friend, then this is your chance to prove it. You know where to find me.
I mean, I know that what this is. He basically makes us help him, and then we're going to try to turn against the Emperor and stuff like that. I'm just going to say no.
A shame. But I cannot blame
because that is going to take time for this, and eventually he will turn on us anyways, so don't spend time on that. Well, you can if you go to the meeting point whenever you're going to pick up his wife and son or whatever that is. Bring more ships, then you can actually take on the Emperor, but do you really want to fight the Emperor? That's up to you. Now we're getting there soon. We need 7, 8, one more tile. Come on. Just gonna speed this up.
Welcome to Lily-Bayon, Governor.
Here is the other NPC. Yes, so down here, let's go here right now. This is another NPC that we can, well, first of all, very nice setup right here, but if we press here, we can see that we can get trade with this. And especially this is gonna be very needed here for our citizens very soon. So now, basically discovered the whole map. There might be some islands up here, so let's go up and see us in this area right here. But other than that, I'm very happy with the discovery right now. And now we got 11. So get this built, and as you can see, we want to build this and cover as many houses as possible. And I'm gonna build it here because then we can expand this way with more houses over here. However, this is going to give a negative impact in this whole area right here. So we're not going to expand much further that way, actually. We're going to expand up this way. So I'm going to place this right here. And I'm going to place that down right now. Oh. Did I just place the sanctuary? Well, the sanctuary is very good as well. And now we can actually place this as well. So I'm going to do that too. But yeah, the sanctuary is making us choose a religion. So let's go in here right now. And you want to choose something that you have a lot of in your region. We have the both. Yeah, I might go for Sirius. You have these as well. Case, productivity, prestige. You know what? I'm just gonna go for. We're not gonna dive too much into this, but I'm gonna set this.
That is simply a divine choice.
Because the reason why I'm choosing that is because most of the other AI likes that, so we don't want any wars right now. Now let's build this, and now we have unlocked this. We have 126 knowledge, which is not good. We need to get more. But that's a pretty good start. Now, the first thing we want to get is this. This is going to give us +1 knowledge for all our spinners. But before we get there, we have to get this, which is the trading post improvements. Very good perk to have early on. After this, we're going to go for the paved roads. And this will probably be locked for you because in the Hall of Fame right here, in the Latium tab, this right here gives us concrete, which we have, which we will use because I'm telling you that extra concrete in the beginning is going to be crucial, and I really want you guys to hunt down the Hall of Fame and get this. It's going to be crucial, I'm telling you guys. It won't affect the gameplay in the way we play here. This is a beginner's guide, and if you don't have the tiles, it won't affect, but if you do, I just want to show you what we can do when we have those tiles. And let's get this fire safety up here as well. We don't want this to become red, right? So we definitely want to get this. And let's head over here and let's see if we can get more knowledge. Because as you can see right now, this is taking 36 minutes. Who has time for that, right? Let's just move the fleet real quick. Come this way. So let's see here if we can get some more knowledge. We don't really need more houses, but we do need more plebs. So I'm going to set up a nice area around this. Actually, can we move this to be like center in here? Yes. So get this way. Yeah, I just moved that by pressing relocate like this. I'm going to place them like so. And then we're going to keep this road going up like this, and like that. This path, yeah, just continue this way. And that way we can start planning for some more houses this way. I just want to show you guys what we can do here when we have these up like so. And now when we plan this new area, let's just see here. We want houses this way as well. So there we go. Like this. And I want to show you guys how much we can actually increase and the knowledge and the research here by us building some houses. So I'm just going to do this real quick. However, get the roads in here. Now when we build a new area, you cannot forget about the tier 1s. We still need porridge in this area. So let's see here. We have one down here. So we are going to need one probably right here pretty early. So let's remove this house and place this down. Probably need a the warehouse is actually right there. So if we are lucky, let's see if we can get a road like this. That way they can just walk this way instead of having to walk around this way. And that way we will have a higher reach this way. And since we have a warehouse this way, we want to get the spinner in here as well. You can see these black dots. That means that this spinner right here is covering these houses. But I think it's a pretty good idea to get it in this area. That way we don't need another storehouse, which costs money. So if we just get these rid of those like so, we're gonna get the spinner placed like this, and the nice looking hats like this. And then we also need the happiness up for this area. So let's see here, the market. Yep, as you can see, we're not really covering that area, which I am kind of fine with, but I'm gonna build you there and build you there. Now we planned a large, very large area right here. So it's time to build this. We have 41 timber. So get this up, get the spinners up, get these houses up, and now we have 170, 212. Yes, the knowledge is just going to go up like that. Love it. And now we actually have some tiles as well. So it's time to get the bakery up and going. And that's going to make these guys very happy here. They will soon get some more food. They're not really happy here because they are missing both shoes and the soap here. But we cannot really get to that just yet because we need some more of these plebs. 200 of them to be exact. And I'm thinking about getting some more plebs in this area. So that's why we want to have these upgraded. What are we missing? Yeah, I think it's time for me to do a little bonus sheet here, which is the Roma material pack that I highly suggest that you get. It's just like a small bonus. Just press on it and just like that, we just got everything in here. And that way we can go up here and upgrade these houses, get this up, and get these houses up and ready. So there we go. These guys are missing goods. It can be that we don't have enough oats, but it can also just be that they have not went to the storehouse just yet. We can check that in this and go like this. So right now, if you press on the fish here, we can see that the demand is this house right here. This is the demand. And we have demand for 2 sardines. How many do we have? Well, we have 1. So now we need to go and get 1 more sardine up like this. I'm just going to get this down like so. And we're going to build that right away. And what are you missing?
Necessary materials haven't
Ooh.
reached us.
Didn't we build? Oh, it's just because we just built that, right? But we have enough charcoal, actually. That's pretty good. So this area is looking good, but we need more plebs, as you can see right here. Now we also got a festival to be honored. And this costs 2,000. We're going to be rich very soon, so I'm going to actually accept that. We're actually running out of money here, but getting money in this game is not going to be the hard part. Don't worry about money too much. Well, you're going to worry about money, obviously, but not too much. So there we go. Now we have almost 400 knowledge. So if you go in here right now, let's see here. We only have 10 minutes to go. Yes. So that is going much faster right now. And I'm kind of curious to see if we would get more if we do like this. Because we need more workers in this area. And I think this whole area should be a level 2 area. So let's get that upgraded. We do want some bakers in this area as well, because these guys will need that type of food item. And just like that,
our fleet of ships.
we did unlock these 2. Well, these 2 right here. We need 300 to go to this right here. But I think this is a pretty good start. In the next episode, we're going to get into getting these supplies, because we will not be able to get them on our island. We're also going to get into the government's palace and whatnot, but I feel like this is a very, very good start. The only thing I would change is to get the timber production probably down here if you have the woodland rebirth. Get this, I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very nice. Oh yeah, look at this, nice. So we also now have unlocked the ship, so we can get some fleets. But again, ignore what I just said. There's a lot to dive down into in this game, and it can be quite overwhelming. So I don't want to overwhelm you guys. And look at this, by the way. Can't this just fit like this? Yes, perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Again, we are so close at 4,000. If you're still watching, you know what to do. Take that axe and throw it at the subscribe button. And if you want to come over to Discord and have a chat with me, there's a link in the description. And we have an Anno 117 Discord channel right there. And I would love it if you came over. And thank you all members that are supporting more than just watching this video. And if you want to become a member, you can grab your shield and join the shield wall by pressing join below this video. But again, thank you all for just watching. And if you want to see the next episode in this series, you're going to see that video on the screen right now. So keep your axes sharp, and I will see you in the next video.